Alright, so in this video, I'm going to go over my Canva account and just kind of show you the different content that I've created that is branded content. And yeah, Elena's here doing a little background commentary. But we're just going to go over a couple of different things. So here, 5 cleaning hacks for busy moms. And basically what I do is I just create really shareable and savable content with these. And I love to do the little carousels. This is what I call a carousel, where you create something where it's like steps and they have to like swipe to see all the different steps. And it's just something great that people can share either on their stories with friends or, you know, just save it for later for themselves. Now here, what I did is I saved some stuff from my stories that I actually shared in my stories that I was talking about, and I turned them into reels. And so this helps you.
All right,
so, when you don't
so
really
I
have
wanted
time
to just hop on here and talk
like
about
reels,
just
or
3 simple things that I do to keep my daughter entertained just while I'm getting work done.
Reels, and that's what I love to do. Or
so
you
basically,
do vice versa and
what
create reels
do
and
to get her
put them on your
to,
story.
you know, play by
Whichever you
herself
wanna do,
is
but
first. I
yeah, in
always
order
make
for me to
sure.
save
So the
them,
first
I put
thing
them on here.
that I spend quality time with her before then. So before I go off to do my own thing, I have to make sure I try to do like 30 minutes to spend just one-on-one, me and her, without any electronics, without any distractions, just you and your kids or your baby. Now the second step that I do is I make sure that she is well fed, that her tummy is full, her diapers are changed, she's good to go, and she's ready to, you know, do whatever it is that she. Step 3, I like to have a designated area set up. Usually I have it set up either here in the playroom or in the game room, in the living room. And so the way I have it set it up is like I have her in her little gated area, I have her toys set up, and you can even switch out the toys on different days, and have specific toys set up. Bonus tip, try and always make sure that your kids get a nap, but it depends on their age, because I know pretty soon Elena's probably not even going to be taking naps anymore. But
and adding a bonus tip
while you can,
I think
and while they're
super important if you have time to. Because bonus tips, I mean, that just gets the people like, wow, this person like added some extra in there. I wasn't expecting that. And actually, that's a great thing to do, like on YouTube videos as well, is add like a little extra bonus tip. I mean, it doesn't have to be something super like difficult. It can be something easy to do, just to add on for a little bit extra. So these are just pictures that I put on with the wordings that I did. And those ones I do typically for my blog. Now these are like quotes. I don't exactly post quotes on my grid on Instagram, but I will do them in my stories. It's just I've seen so many creators use quotes, and I feel like it's just a lot of people do that. And of course that's something that's really nice. It's nice to see, but I want to do mainly just value-based content where they're gaining something from it rather than just looking at a bunch of quotes. Because I mean, I'm not even the one who wrote the quote in the first place, so I want to do something that I have created myself. Now these little reminder things are really cute. I like these. I will definitely post some things like this on my grid, but I want what I write in the description to be something that's really informational. But this is also something great to do in your stories as well. Do little reminders for the days, and I mean, you can use the same template and just change the reminder each day, and you could have like a daily reminder every single day, which could be really great. I like to try and have like a similar routine throughout the week. And now right now I'm just trying to figure out all the different colors like that I want to do for this. And you'll have to play around with it, see what colors look good for the different templates. And then, you know, once you've got it right, you'll know because it'll look pretty good. You just want it to all go together great and be easy on the eye. 1 second, baby. Oh, you slipping. She's just falling all over the place today. But yeah, now I'm just editing all the fonts. You want to make sure you remember to edit the fonts if you're using a pre-made template. 1 second, baby. Come here. Sorry for the crying, but mom life. But yeah, I edited all the fonts. I just make sure to like move it around, make sure it's all aligned to where it's all in the middle and looks good. And then I'm just gonna move on to the next thing. And I just like to look through all the different templates and see if there's something that's maybe my style. And if it is really not your style, don't share it, don't create it. Just cause, I mean, you want to make things that you really like, but also keep in mind what your potential clients or your audience, whoever's watching, wants to see. So you really need to keep that in mind as well. Don't be too self-focused, because that's what I did in the beginning, and it really hurt my growth. Like this, I used to say this all the time, invest in yourself. So that's something that I myself am really passionate about. So that's why I wanted to choose this one. And then I'm just going to edit the colors, you know, and change it around and give it a look of my brand. And usually all these kinds of templates I do just for my stories. And maybe I could do a day where I talk about like investing in yourself and what that looks like, or talk about my journey of how I invested in myself, and, you know, go on, or talk about maybe a client of mine and a testimonial of how they invested in their self, and then talk about the results that they got. So that's a different perspective to look at it, is all those different things that you could do. That revolves around the one type of content that you created. And now I'm just editing the fonts and, you know, changing up the colors to look the way that I like them. And typically I like to have like 3 or 4 different types of fonts, and mine's like Open Sans bold, and then regular Open Sans, then the Open Sans condensed is the very smaller one that I use, and then I have that other cursive one that I use that starts with like a T and H. I don't remember what it's called exactly, but that's the one that I always use. And I discovered I was going to use that one when I created my, why am I forgetting what it's called? When I created my logo. Oh my gosh, serious mom brain here. I'm breastfeeding Elena right now, and I'm thinking about the food that we're about to get, so. So this is yet another one that I'd put like in my story. I mean, I would put it also as a post too. What are you doing today to better someone else's tomorrow? So questions are great to put in your stories or as a post. It's got to be really targeted questions, though, for your specific audience. Like, if I would put that question, like, what are you doing today to better someone else's tomorrow? It would be something Whereas, like, what are you doing as a coach today that is going to better your audiences tomorrow? Like, what value are you adding that is going to better somebody else's day? Because everything that I talk about, I always tell all of my clients or anybody watching really, like, what value are you adding? Why is it that somebody should stop scrolling and look at your content? Oh, Elena is just too cute. This is why I love what I do. She's just here with me the whole time. So this one I'm just doing something where I just put my picture there, added a phone, and I love how they have all the different elements that you can choose from. You can be super, super creative, but if you're not as creative as I am, which I know a lot of people, it can be kind of hard. I myself get stuck as well, even though I'm super creative, so I definitely understand it. And what I like to do is I just go and look at other creators sometimes just to get... It's okay. Hey, do you want this? But yeah, just to get like an idea of what I want to do, I look at other creators that are similar to me. I also think about who it is that I'm trying to help, like what would benefit them. I think about like where I was and then how I got from where I was to where I am now, and kind of what I learned, or maybe the questions that I had myself when I was starting. So how to get more likes on Instagram, that's something that I actually typed in Google when I first started. So I know a lot of people search it, and that is what I want to create content around, is something that my potential clients are looking for, that I've searched for as well, and that I've found the answer for. So now I can give them my knowledge of what I've found, and that's what's going to make me different from other people. And who I'm trying to help is what's going to make me different too, because I don't have the same kind of clients as maybe someone else that's a business coach for, like, I don't know, single women or something. I help moms specifically that are trying to get out of their 9-to-5 jobs, or, I mean, I also help stay-at-home moms too, but that's not specifically like who I'm helping. But I can also get people in that are single moms, but it's really good to just focus on who it is specifically. All right, so now I'm just looking for some other element to use just to show you another kind of thing I could create with elements. Oh my goodness, I'm tired. It's getting late. All right, so Q&A. It is so good to do Q&As. Like, basically every day I do a little Q&A in my Instagram story, just to kind of get a feel for what my audience is either doing throughout their day, what kind of value they're getting from what I'm sharing, you know, just asking them typical questions. And it's kind of like I'm surveying them a little bit, but like not in an annoying way. It's just a way that benefits both of us. And I ask them, like, what is it that they would want to see so that I can best help them. And now my dogs are barking. 1 second. Shh. Why are you barking? Go lay down. Yeah, my dogs are crazy. Which reminds me, since I'm over here, I'm gonna grab some water. And this is a reminder, if you're watching, go grab some water. Get a drink. Stop and take a minute. Elena, come here. What are you doing? But yeah, Q&As are so important, and I just changed like, the Q&A coloring and whatnot just to my brand colors, and then just put a picture of me pointing my finger up there, and then I'd put it in my stories and be like, what questions do you have for me, blah blah blah, or just like, just ask them whatever. Now here, the picture that I have isn't that great. I probably wouldn't really use it for my posts unless I had maybe a darker background or something, or a different background where it wasn't too visible. So keep in mind, when you have pictures that are kind of like not that great of quality, I wouldn't use them for when you've got like a white background. It just makes it super visible that it's not that great of a picture. Elena, come here. So look, I'm going to show you a couple of different background choices. I'm like obsessed with marble right now. See, it looks so much better with the marble, but the darker, that it's super visible that part of Elena's ear is missing. Even there, that wouldn't even be a fix. And then that, it'd be too zoomed in. So you see, when you're like trying to fit things into the picture, I mean, you don't want yourself to be too big in the picture, but you also don't want it to be too small. And wherever your eyes are looking, try and put the words in that direction. Or like what I like to have is have yourself stuck wondering what to post, do these 3 things. I love doing those little 5-second quick tip types of things. But what I was trying to say before is have a I'm going live template like this. And honestly, you could just take the time off of it and then just put the time when you share it in your Instagram stories. Like you could put I'm going live and then put whatever time it is or day that you're going live so that they know, and then you can have it as like a reminder, and you could do it the day before, and then you could do it like a couple hours before, and then you could talk in your stories like, hey, I'm going live in a minute. But it's good to have those little reminders for your audience so they know, and then it can, prepare them for it, or you can, keep reminding them about it, or it can tell new people, and it can start getting them on a schedule. And if you do it the same day every week, that's good too, because then it gets them used to it. I typically do it on Sundays. I go live. So business is one of the templates that I like to look for. So I just type in business and templates, and then I look through them, because usually there's a lot of new templates that come through for the business one. Now it depends on what type of business you have too. Maybe you could look up things that are more specific for it, and then you could go from there, like entrepreneur. So I like that. I consider myself to be an entrepreneur. I know it's that technically, since I'm not making like a ridiculous amount of money yet, I'm not exactly an entrepreneur. But I consider myself to be, just because I work for myself. I'm figuring everything out myself, doing my own thing. I'm hiring a team. It's me. I'm my own boss. But yeah, now I'm just editing it and fixing it up, making it look my own. But the ones where I get super creative and I do it all myself, I don't use a pre-made template, those are typically the ones that I put on my grid. These ones that are already pre-made, I usually only put in my stories. Or I'm also going to be using a lot of these as examples in my online course, which I'm currently working on, which is called Passion, Growth, and Motherhood. And I basically walk you through mindset and starting up a business, how to transition from your 9 to 5 job to your own boss, and having time for your family. So now I'm just finishing up editing with this. I just got like a minute and a half left of this video, so I hope this was really helpful. And in the next couple of videos, I'm gonna have a lot more information. I'm just super excited. I'm excited to create this Canva course. This is just kind of a little bit of the basics of it, and I'm gonna get more in depth in more of the videos. And if you could hear Elena, she's just the cutest. I hope you could hear her making all them cute noises, but she also was getting a little bit upset. Elena, do you want to say bye? Do you want to say bye? Oh, and on the end of this, so I put my website. What is it? You're just crying and nothing. I put my website, and then I put my Instagram handle, and then just adjusted it. Hey, come here. Come say bye. Yeah, come say bye. All right. Well, thank you for watching. I've got to go put Elena to bed, and then my husband should be home soon, so we'll be back on here recording probably sometime later tomorrow, or maybe even I might get back on and record a little bit tonight. But hope you all have a wonderful day or night, whatever time it is, and we'll be back on here soon.